was thinking, yeah, between the houses on the north side of
Second
Second
Street.
and behind the buildings at First.
Do we have easement there?
That'd be
I think, that's where there's a utility easement, I think, but there's fences and everything else that go through there too, so
And a lot of property owners.
and a lot, yeah.
All along Second Street,
Yeah.
Yeah.
without yards that have space to be putting a sidewalk in.
But you were talking about the farm field, weren't you?
Were you talking about the front?
No,
of the
heck,
edge
I
of
was
it?
talking about behind McDonald's and that, putting a
Yeah,
walk in.
yeah.
Well, that wouldn't be in the field, would it?
Yeah, it would, if you line it behind McDonald's, you'd be lining it up
Okay.
into that.
From-
I just think that would
into
be
the
safer.
cornfield
You'd be in the
there.
corn, yeah.
Field
If we're
next to a
on
house.
First Street and we're plowing
My neighbor
snow
field.
and it's real close to then the city's gonna have to get that snow off that sidewalk then.
Yep.
Should we think about it a little longer and see some options?
Sure, sure. I've talked to John about updating a estimate, so we'll have that here in the future and can look at that. One thing about Safe Routes to Schools is everything is so up in the air with that now, but it's looking that there might be, an application deadline sometime in January or February. That's, nobody knows yet, so, I think, within the next couple of months, we're gonna wanna know if we wanna move forward with that this year or how we wanna do that, so.
Certainly in time for contract letting, March, I guess. So,
I think we gotta let some kids walk out there and follow them, see which way they go.
Wherever the cement is now. They go
I got
around
a
the
perfect,
campus.
I got a perfectly good sidewalk, but they walk out in the streets.
Okay, no other further discussion on this at this time. We'll come back to that another time. We'll go down to item 11, discussion of proceeding with plans to move forward with connecting the west side of the Fifth Avenue sidewalk with 8th Street Northeast to the trail, which begins at 12th Street Northeast.
for the longest time, ever since I've been back in town anyway, we've been, I don't know how long ago, when that trail was built for the Falcon Center. That's
Right after the Falcon Center.
which would have been, anyway,
90s.
okay. But we've never connected it to anything. It stops at the Falcon Center and it stops at 12th Street. But you can't get a bike unless you're on the road or you go down all the way to Second Street, or Second Avenue, and again, come back up on 12th, crossing the tracks. At that point, there's no path, no safe walking path of any kind between 8th Street and 12th Street. I think we need to connect those. We need to put some concrete down, which isn't gonna be easy when it comes to the Bowman shop, I don't think, but everything else is probably okay. But just something to enhance, to allow our kids, they wanna get out there to that
Skate and roller.
skateboard, the skateboard park out that way, plus getting out to Falcon Center. It's an extremely busy place out there, and the only way you get there somewhat safely is by somebody driving you out there.
I'm not looking at that sign, John, I think it's far enough west.
Good,
I don't think it's gonna bother,
okay.
but it measured.
Are we talking about 8 foot, just like the other one, or normal sidewalk?
Well, it's a super duper sidewalk, 5 foot wide. The rest of that trail is 5 foot wide out there, so I thought was continue that 5 foot as far as we can south, up to the tracks, and then probably from there, the rest of the way would be normal 4 foot wide sidewalk. I don't know if we wanna try and delineate that at all, cause right now, the old sign in Charlie's is just open driveway. I mean, there's nothing that says this is sidewalk. And then, once you get up to Bowman and Bagby's up there, I haven't been by there to look to see exactly if there's sidewalk there and it gets parked over, or if there's no sidewalk, or what it is. I think it just might be.
Well, not at Bowman, so if he has any sidewalk there at all.
Yeah, I don't think
With
Bowman's
grass
does.
and
Bagby's though.
Bagby's might.
Yeah, I think Bagley's nice.
So is that something we actually need to take action tonight, or something we can pursue, the same as the one?
Well, I think it's
that-
gonna need engineering on it.
Right, and I talked to John earlier about that today. He's gonna put together
in till John gets back to us.
Yeah.
and-
Yep, yeah, we'll look at that at a
You know.
future date also.
Bless you.
Okay. We'll return to that subject once again. All right, we'll move on down to reports. Mr. Randy Miller. Mr. Doug Cook.
Okay, on the houses that we got ready to take down here, we have hired asbestos contractor to come in and remove the asbestos, so as soon as that's out of here, I've got Dick Pine will be in, and we're gonna not take the houses down. We'll start with the fire one here first, but, until that's done, we can't move any farther, but we're working on it. With help from Luke from Carter's office, we've got our first citation out to be served, and we're working on a couple more. And then Thursday, I'm gonna have FEMA and DNR people in here. They're going to redo 6 miles of the Wapsie-Pinnakin River, which covers everything in Independence. They're gonna redo all the flood mapping. They got some big grant, so it's a good deal for us.
For the grand price of how much? $0.
0 for us, yeah.
Done for free.
Yeah, 'cause it's not cheap to have that done, so. Anyway, just to let you know, the flood mapping, it will change hopefully to the better for us.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Doug. Bob,
Nothing.
Talk to you.
Jean,
Nothing.
Arletta.